Hello everyone, it's Decklist. Today we are playing crazy new brew. This is a mono blue combo deck with comboing with Glaring Fleshraker and Curiosity. For those of you who don't know, Curiosity is a combo kill with Glaring Fleshraker and often with a single 0 mana artifact. You can combo as early as turn 1. That is pretty crazy. In this league, once I was card away card and I needed to combo off on turn 1 was on top of my library. If I was on the draw, I would be able to turn 1 combo kill opponent. It's really super crazy. Sometimes it can go like that. But so for those of you who don't know, if you have Curiosity on Glaring Fleshraker and then you play colorless spells, there's 16 of the 0 mans here in the deck. You draw a card each time you play a spell. So even if you have Ornithopter or Memnite, you draw 2 cards of the Memnite and Ornithopter, because whenever a colorless creature enters the battlefield, you are drawing a card with Curiosity on Fleshraker. So first time you trigger it by making Eldrazi spawn token on casting Ornithopter, and second time when Ornithopter hits the field. So it's 2 cards of the Ornithopter with Curiosity on Fleshraker on the field, which is pretty crazy. And we have a 16 0 mana and 4 1 mana spells here that trigger Fleshraker. And what really goes crazy with it is Kozilek's command. Once you play all these cheap spells, then you finish them off with Kozilek's command, making like 6-7 Eldrazi's, triggering Fleshraker 6-7 times, keep drawing bunch of cards and just kill your opponent on the spot. It's super sweet that this is actually turn 1 combo kill in Modern, and it can go to kill turn 2 pretty frequently, and it's pretty common to play to have a kill on turn 3 if opponent doesn't have a bunch of interaction. Of course, it can also kill through interaction. You have to play more patiently in some games. We have some interaction pieces in the main: Metallic Rebuke to protect the combo or counter important spells. Moonsnare Prototype also provides you mana, accelerates you into turn 2 combo kill, but also it can be used to channel for 5 mana and put problematic permanent on top or bottom of opponent's library. Kozilek's command here also deals with creatures and really helps in combo turns to do the kill. Okay, Thoughtcast helps you dig for answer, and Forensic Gadgeteer, really important card to mention here. This is basically our surplus copies of Curiosity in this deck with Gadgeteer on the field. And the Fleshraker, basically Gadgeteer works similarly to Curiosity. Every time you cast a spell, you get a clue which you can sack for 1 mana, and you get mana from Fleshraker ability. So basically you're drawing for free every time you cast and keep triggering the Fleshraker and until your opponent is dead, of course. So Forensic Gadgeteer can really draw you a bunch of cards in this deck. You can just dump your hand on the field to draw a bunch with Gadgeteer, and then do it all over again once you find the Fleshraker Curiosity or Fleshraker Gadgeteer combo to finish off opponents. So that is it. We have in this league I played in this league. We will see. It is important to note that I had 2 sync into stupors into main, which I liked, but then I decided to play more colorless lands because I sometimes had problem casting Kozilek's command. And also it's important to note I had 2 Retract in the main. Retract can also be a cool card in this build, helping you to combo off and do a lot of damage on your combo turn. But after playing after some experience, I figured that 4 Curiosity, 4 Gadgeteers are enough, and that I really don't need Retract, so I cut that for some more interaction like Rebuke main. And Thoughtcast is a cool piece in this build, which can often help you draw 2 cards on even on turn 1 or turn 2, and keep digging cards you need to combo off. Okay, so really, I think really cool piece, but a piece you often cut post boards to 2 of Thoughtcasts. Okay, so that is it. This is basically combo deck that kills very early. It's vulnerable to in a lot of interaction, but it can win win through very early through some minor interaction, holding rebukes or having double Fleshraker, or just providing a bunch of value with Gadgeteer and doing crazy stuff with Kozilek's command. Super important stuff. This deck can also grind, it can kill, you can start with Urza Saga on turn 0 and make big constructs, and that way you can often beat hate cards with just big constructs. Cool sideboard, I think. Consigns, rebukes, force of negation help you battle all kinds of things. Pyroclasm for the creature decks. Torment Script, very important card. It's a hate piece that also helps you accelerate to combo. Great with Fleshraker, great with Gadgeteer, really important piece. On the sideboard, plus Needles, kind of covers the basic stuff you need to have on your sideboard. At the moment, definitely there are options to play different cards in the sideboard. In this league, we are going to see I didn't have I think I didn't have Pyroclasm in the board. Also I had different Painlands and stuff like that, but I think the list you see here is the list after I played like 3 or 4 leagues. The list I decided that is my final list for this moment right now at the making of this video. There will definitely be some differences in the video, but this is what I like the most now and what I would play if I go if I try to play next league with it. Okay, so that's it for now. Before we go to the gameplay, I want to remind you about my Decktionary profile. Started working on it again. I have 3 fresh guides all available in my medium tier. Freshly updated Dimir Frog Cyber Guide and Mardu Energy Cyber Guide with new Esper Wild Cyber Guide, the build from my channel. You can find a fresh cyber guide for that build, and Domain Zoo cyber guide incoming very soon through the next week with new list and updated guide as well. I'm also planning on updating some of the old ones and making new, of course, through the time. Okay, so that is it. We can now go check out the gameplay and see how it went. It went, and I can say it went pretty crazy in some games. Okay, so here we can see I had retract that I don't have at the moment in my build. I didn't find it necessary in most of my games. I played well without it, and it felt like it definitely can be cut for something else. Here you can see me drawing a card, exiling Dryad Arbor, pretty good play one here. Okay, opponent passes the turn. I play Saga, they now find a second land and go for Rumble. Rumble at this point probably digging for another land, and they now pass a turn, and I'm like 1 card away from comboing. So I try to dig with Kozilek's command here, try to find Curiosity. Kozilek's command pretty good for diggings, but I find the second one on top, so I decide to keep it, and there it is, Curiosity below it. So I play my blue source, I play my Fleshraker, play my Curiosity, and I have a bunch of colorless spells in my hand, so it's pretty easy to combo off in this situation where opponent is untapped. We can see turn 3 going off, and it's really important to note that Ornithopter triggers Fleshraker twice. That is the really crazy thing about this build, that single Memnite and Ornithopter trigger it twice and it goes absolutely crazy. Okay, so that's it. Opponent concedes. I already did a lot of damage, and they saw that I will probably find more stuff to easily finish them off, and opponent concedes. That is game 1. Let's check out game 2. So playing against, I think, Golgari Cauldron or Yawgmoth, not entirely sure. And we will probably never know, since I had super quick kill. Okay, so started off with Springleaf Drum. This is really important play because it allows you to combo off on turn 2 with Fleshraker and Curiosity and Eldrazi Temple. As you can see here, I played Fleshraker, then tap Fleshraker for blue mana, and as you saw before, Memnite draws me 2 cards that can really super easily help you to go off on the same turn. It's pretty broken. So we can now see here immediately in the match 1 me going off on turn 2. I play Memnite, Memnite enters, triggers another draw, and here I have a Pitting Needle, Yawgmoth. Then I find another Memnite, Memnite again draws 2, Ornithopter will draw 2 more again, and then I will have a bunch of mana to cast Kozilek's command for x4. Then this means draw 5 cards actually, because the cast trigger as well. So Kozilek's command at that point is drawing you 5 cards and securing you have the kill immediately. So pretty crazy. Match 1, first game, kill on turn 3, game 2, kill on turn 2. Amazing. So let's check out some more games with this deck. Okay, so we'll go through the wins first and see defeat in the end. I have to mulligan that one. Okay, so keep a medium hand here against Eldrazi. No early kills with hands like this one, but you can't always keep a crazy hand like that one. Sometimes you keep, I think this is pretty solid. I can go, here you can see me on, I have Mox Opal, so this means I can turn 2 play either Gadgeteer or Fleshraker, which is pretty solid against a deck that doesn't have a much removal like Eldrazi, but my opponent had turn 3 through the breach to 2022 Ulamog for the immediate kill. 0 cards in their hand, so perfect hand for opponent there, and that's game over. You can't do much against that. So yeah, opponent just had the nuts. Okay, so let's check out game 2. Against them, I had decent sideboard cards, so we can see how Thoughtcast can be cool in this deck, enabling you to immediately keep okay hand and just go off on turn 1. I think Sink into Stupor can be a pretty important piece. You can't always just count on using Sink into Stupor. And here we can see how important Force of Negation was, countering Meltdown. And now I don't have Curiosity here, but I have 2 Fleshrakers. Two Fleshrakers can deal a lot of damage, hoping opponent doesn't have Kozilek's Return. Okay, so I go for Kozilek's command, trigger a bunch of these Fleshraker abilities, and they are already on 7 life without any combo stuff or anything similar to that. And but yeah, this it wasn't over still. I didn't have anything else in my hand, but I was able to attack with Fleshraker and play the Gadgeteer. Now at this point, if I draw any artifact, it can really go off, since I have both Gadgeteer and Fleshraker on the field. My opponent uses this turn to draw 2 with Null Drifter, so they already have 7 mana for Null Drifter. And here it is, Curiosity, but yeah, that's not a card I need right now. It's a good card, but I also need artifacts. Artifacts are more important at this point for me. Okay, so if I draw any artifact with Curiosity on the field, that's pretty close to kill. But yeah, my opponent also draws here Devourer of Destiny, and luckily Devourer can't harm the Fleshraker, so my decision to hold Curiosity in hand was of course correct one. So opponent I go for Curiosity this turn and draw into Memnite. Memnite draws me 2 cards, and once again, after you draw a Memnite or Ornithopter, it's just at 100% of situations super easy to go completely off and win the game immediately. That's what happened here. So let's check out game 3. Had some difficulties, opponent had interaction and postponed my win, but I got it in the end anyway. Okay, so we can see me here, I mulligan to 5 cards, so I think it's really important with this deck to mulligan. You can't keep any hand, you need to keep a good ones, and it's worth it because you can do super easy turn 2 kills or turn 3 kills. So yeah, that's in most situations perfectly fine. So we can see me here going for Urza Saga. I need a blue mana to do the combo, so I'm waiting for my Mox Opal. So I'm waiting for my Mox, and I'm going here for Construct. Opponent didn't do anything meaningful on these turns. If I have Metallic Rebukes, unfortunately struggling with color mana at the moment to try to go for a kill. And opponent had a Kozilek's return on a crucial turn here. So I wasn't able still to do much, but I decided to enable my Mox Opal, so I played the Memnite so I can hold Metallic Rebuke. I felt like that's important in this situation. Okay, so on my turn I go for Fleshraker, then I find an artifact, so I try to go off with Curiosity, and here it is again, Ornithopter from the top, drawing me 2 cards. I gain another mana, and here it is also Memnite. Now with Gadgeteer on the field, I'm making a clue every time I cast it, so at this point it's impossible to not combo off. And we can see here that I just played artifact after artifact and go absolutely nuts with both Curiosity and Gadgeteer out of nothing. After my opponent, I was struggling with colored mana to do even earlier kill, but opponent, I tried to go play a fair game with constructs. Opponent had removal, but soon after that I go full combo and just finish off my opponent here with a big Kozilek's command triggers. So you can see how nicely all that is working out. And yeah, so got the kill against Eldrazi's, and that was match 2. So let's check out another one. Okay, so match 3. Match 3, it's just a single land, but I have Mox Opal, so I need only another land to be really close to comboing off. I'm still not playing anything, just passing the turn. My opponent obviously playing a Belcher. I'm trying to find that land. Okay, so here I go for Ornithopter, Mox Opal, play the Fleshraker. They don't have removals. Okay, so I go for another Ornithopter. Maybe that wasn't super necessary, but I'm okay with Curiosity and Kozilek's command in hand. I can still go off super easily next turn. Okay, so I go for a Curiosity here, and I go for Ornithopter as well. I'm holding Kozilek's command in case my opponent tries to interact here. Okay, so I keep doing abilities. Opponent counters the Springleaf into Drum, which at this point stops my combo a bit, but I do have Kozilek's command X.5, so it will be harder for them to counter this with Disrupting Shoal. So I go for Kozilek's command. Kozilek's command at this point is making is drawing 3 cards for me, which is a lot, and that makes it super easy for me to just go off. I play a second Fleshraker, and yeah, now they go really nuts with these abilities, and I was able to do a kill turn 4 again, much faster than a Belcher. It's super fast, this combo. Okay, so that was game 1. Let's check out game 2. Again, Belcher is a good combo deck, plays a lot of counters, interaction, but definitely much slower than this one. And here we can see me again. I have with Mox Opal, this is a turn 2 kill, so I go for a Kozilek's command here and try to dig a bit, find a Pitting Needle. It's amazing sideboard card against them. I just go try to cast the Fleshraker and just start attacking with it and casting other spells, but my opponent has Disrupting Shoal here. So my hand is good. At this point, I decide to go for the Fleshraker again, play a 0 mana spell and Pitting Needle, waiting to see if my opponent has another piece of interaction. They find Lotus Bloom in response, and I go Torment Script plus Pitting Needle. These are two pieces of interaction, and if I draw a single blue mana next turn, I still have a combo kill with double Curiosity in my hand and Ornithopter basically enabling a kill in most situations just at the same time. Okay, so opponent plays the Belcher, but they can't get rid of Needle right now. So I play a second Fleshraker. I don't have a blue mana still, but we can see just how crazy this deck can go even without the Curiosity. Just a double Fleshraker and a couple of 0 mana spells went absolutely nuts, and here I had turn 4 combo kill even without combo. So that was pretty sick, and I even had the extra 2 damage which I was able to attack with Fleshraker. Didn't even need that, so that was pretty cool. And here it is, the win against Belcher. The deck was just much faster than a Belcher, and was able to win fairly easy in that matchup. Okay, so let's check out another match here. I have Curiosity, I have Kozilek's Command, I have Ornithopter and Mox Opal. So at this point, I'm only missing my Fleshraker to do the kill. And in this matchup, I was actually playing against pretty cool Boros deck. Boros Prowess with Leonin Lightscribe going really crazy. You can also see my opponent playing a Flage and Fateless Looting. And they went Mutagenic Growth and Lava Dart, a bunch of these abilities. This meant that Lightscribe is going to be pretty huge, especially with Ground Rift. Ground Rift really makes it go nuts. And if I didn't have a Kozilek's Command as in my interaction piece here, they would have the kill on this turn. This is like 25 damage at this point. So pretty huge. But I had a removal, and Kozilek's Command is such a good card. It helped me survive a turn and find a Fleshraker to combo kill them next turn. So I kill the Monastery Spear and then play the Curiosity, then Ornithopter goes in to draw 2 cards, and then it's just unstoppable, goes off again on turn 3. My opponent had a combo turn 3 kill, but I had interaction plus combo on turn 3 as well. It's pretty funny game, I would say. Okay, so a pretty cool one as well. And let's check out game 2. Okay, so my opponent's deck is also pretty fast, so it's hard to play if they have the combo. I don't have much removal. I don't have basically any removal except Kozilek's Command, and I do have some, at the moment I do have some Pyroclasms in the sideboard. Previously not so much, so it felt like a weird match. I just had to be faster. At this point you can see me, I have Fleshraker, I have Curiosity, I have double Eldrazi Temple, I still need blue mana, so I play my Saga. Saga will get me Mox eventually, but that is 2 more turns until I get it, so that might be too slow. Here you can see opponent going for the Slick Shot, going for the Mutagenic Growth, attacking for a lot of damage here, a lot of damage. So they also have Lava Dart plus Flashback Lava Dart. I survive on 1 life, and they have a flyer, so I can't block their creatures, and didn't get a blue mana here, so that was a game over. Okay, pretty quick game kill for opponent in game 2, so let's check out game 3. This time I'm playing first, so now I need to do a turn 3 kill before they kill me. That is my game plan. Again, I have Fleshraker, I have Curiosity, I have Memnite, I need a blue mana. But this time I started off with Urza Saga, which means on turn 3, on my turn, I'm getting either Springleaf Drum or a Mox, whatever I need. And I decided to play it safer here, so I didn't go for a combo kill. So I just make a clue token here, play Gadgeteer, and play Tormod Script. Draw a card, opponent plays Doorkeeper Thrall. So Doorkeeper actually makes it pretty hard for me to do anything. And okay, but I can play the Fleshraker and I can still do something, play trigger Gadgeteer, keep drawing cards, keep making Eldrazi spawns, which help me draw more cards with their mana. So yeah, that seems like a decent option. Second Gadgeteer in this situation now making 2 clues that can get really crazy and help me draw really a lot of cards. At this point, unfortunately, Doorkeeper Thrall is preventing my Fleshraker from comboing off. That's unfortunate, but I'm here in a pretty decent situation, just building my board faster than my opponent, and they don't have much to attack me with. So I'm going for a second Gadgeteer, going for a second Raker, and now each artifact I play is drawing me a bunch of cards, and Misha Baba is drawing card by itself. So we can see here a lot of clues. Just keep cracking clues, and now I keep drawing more cards, and Memnite now also 2 clues, 2 tokens. I can just keep drawing and drawing and drawing until I find the answers I need. Already 1 Kozilek command in my hand. I'm looking for another Kozilek to kill both Thrall, and my opponent has seen enough and they concede at this point. So I was able to grind them out, okay, in this game, winning without actually comboing off. So we will now see the game I lost. Okay, so definitely a mulligan here. This is a decent hand. I don't have Curiosity, but I have a Forensic Gadgeteer, which at times can be a replacement for Curiosity and can go really crazy with it. Okay, so I play my land. I have to play Ornithopter here to actually cast the Gadgeteer. So next turn, unfortunately my opponent plays Unable to Scream, which makes my I didn't really know what my opponent is doing. So I guess they were on some kind of blue Portent of Calamity Tron, and they had a good hand. So Unable to Scream dealt with my Gadgeteer, then they had Condescend on the Fleshraker, and then they had turn 3 Portent of Calamity, finding a bunch of cards. They didn't cast Emrakul immediately, but they did find a 4 card, put 4 cards into hand there. That is a lot. So now I'm kind of stuck. I don't have a second colorless mana for Kozilek's command, and that was the reason this happened to me a few times, and that is why I decided to replace Sink into Stupor with more Pain lands. I had to, or more colorless lands of any kind. So Darksteel Citadels, Pain lands, they all work well, any blue Pain lands, and in the end I decided to do that and change it a bit, and I liked it more with more colorless mana, especially the more Pain lands. So yeah, that's it. And here we can see that my opponent used that situation, and with another Portent of Calamity they find previously, now they cast it with much more mana on turn 5, resolve Emrakul for the win. Nothing I can do there. Opponent just had a good hand against mine, so that was a quick win for them. Let's check out game 2. Okay, so keeping this hand, it's nothing crazy. It seemed I wanted to try out something, just wanted to go like Memnite Curiosity and start drawing some cards here. That seemed like a funny thing to do. Okay, so I did connect here with Memnite, draw me a card, and I play a land. This time I try to go for Gadgeteer, I didn't think about dispute. Maybe it was better to play something else or just make a construct. And my opponent also now had Mystical Dispute plus Kozilek's command, kill my Mem Knight on this turn. Pretty good turn for opponent. Still I'm decently positioned. I have Thoughtcast next turn. I can make a construct as well as I want. So I go for a Fleshraker and I go for Opal and I play a Mem Knight, and now I go for a Gadgeteer. And next turn I have Thoughtcast to draw 2 and then really try to go crazy. Okay, so I go for a Springleaf Drum first, and it seemed like this is my game, that I'm definitely going to win this one. But I draw 2, I draw 3 there with a Springleaf Drum. Here, opponent... I just keep going, drawing more and more cards. Opponent is lower and lower on life, but at some point, unfortunately, I run out of gas and I give opponent another turn to stabilize, and all they needed was that turn. So this was the one example in this league where I started comboing off but had the Gadgeteer instead of Curiosity, and of course sometimes the combo can brick, and this is that one example where combo bricked and I had to pass a turn, and that was enough for opponent to take advantage of that situation and win the game here immediately by resolving Emrakul. Emrakul was too good for me here to beat, so yeah. My opponent, this is all my opponent playing my turn, and they were able to kill my Fleshraker, exile my Gadgeteer, and put all the bad cards on top of my library. So that was game over. And yeah, that is the entire league with this super cool mono blue combo Fleshraker deck. I worked on multiple Fleshraker strategies. There's also I think a cool colorless version I saw somewhere. With Mystic Forge. I think I did put some info on my post on X about this deck. I think like Mystic Forge is a card that can be played in this deck as well. I think it's weird in this version. I think it's for a different kind of different version of this deck better there. And also it's a 4 mana card, and you could see this deck winning on turn 2 and turn 3 frequently. So it's kind of weirdly positioned in deck. It can be really good, it can be really bad. I decided to go with a Thoughtcast instead, which can be cast on turn 1 or turn 2 and really help you in combo turns to just go off for a cost of single white mana. Rebuke was really sweet, and Prototype kind of enable your turn 2 kills, but at the same time you can channel this to put problematic permanents away from play. Okay, so that is it. We have enough blue cards in the main to play Force of Negation. We also have more counters in the sideboard, and this is the build that I'm most happy with, that I would go into next league with after some experience with it. But definitely this is a cool deck that can win out of nowhere even on turn 1, but mostly on turn 2, turn 3 and turn 4 very easily and without much effort, and even through some interaction from opponent. Okay, so that's it. That's all for the day. Hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Hope you liked the deck. And friendly reminder to click like, click subscribe, comment down in the video. Tell me your thoughts about this deck. Some things I mentioned. Before I also tried Tormod script in the main. It was cool to have a hate piece in the main. That's also kind of good when comboing off. It just fits good in deck. I think that's a decent option as well. Just play a couple of Tormod script in the main, couple in the side. That seems very doable. And also I think it's good to splash another color like green for Havar Might or white for Teferi. A lot of options still to explore in this deck, and I really liked it and enjoyed this crazy gameplay, winning so early, going crazy with Fleshraker and Curiosity. Seems like a really good pair, and really good, really like going in mono blue. Mono blue provides a lot of options, like Ether spell bombs, or a lot of counter spells that can deal with various decks, various kind of hate. We always have a super good Kozilek's command, and yeah. Okay, so that's it. Once again, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.